It looked like Nike has officially overlooked Caitlin Clark's signature shoe because Paige is about to drop one.
Wow, Paige is really all over Nike stores. I'm so proud of her. Has Nike benched Caitlin Clark in their playbook? While they go all in on Paige Bueckers, the buzz around basketball's deep-range queen seems strangely quiet. Is this a strategic choice or a missed opportunity? Let's check it out. Shoes sold out in over half the sizes within 20 minutes, and her hoodies are now completely sold out on the Nike app. Paige Bueckers is exactly who she and Nike think she is.
We've seen this here per Complex. So this is Complex article about the Paige Bueckers shoe. So Nike's first Paige Bueckers shoe drops this week. So Caitlin Clark has not had a shoe. By the way, she's had nothing. She's had nothing except the Rookie of the Year title.
In the world of women's basketball, two names are setting the courts and conversations ablaze: Paige Bueckers and Caitlin Clark. Yet, a clear divide in promotion and perception has emerged, with Nike and Connecticut Huskies legendary coach Geno Auriemma betting big on Bueckers.
You know, we have the best player in America. And, you know, just saying that because the numbers in this world of analytics, the numbers say that she is. And the whole stat sheet says that she is. And everybody that watched knows it.
Geno Auriemma, whose career is synonymous with cultivating basketball greatness, hasn't been shy about his belief in Paige Bueckers' unparalleled talent. Labeling her the best player in the country is no small statement, especially given the wealth of talent across NCAA women's basketball.
Before we get onto it, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to hit 39.35k by the end of the day. We're only at 12 subscribers off. But also, we are doing Hoopsmas, which is between this channel. We're doing 5 videos a day between now and Christmas on this channel, and on my NBA channel, doing 10 videos a day there. But I'm working so hard to get content out for you guys as much as humanly possible this month. So if you guys could subscribe, be greatly appreciated. But anyway, let's talk about the Paige Bueckers deal. With we've seen this here per Complex. So this is Complex article about the Paige Bueckers shoe. So Nike's first Paige Bueckers shoe.
Nike, always attuned to the pulse of basketball culture, has amplified this narrative. The brand has gone all in on promoting Bueckers, making her a centerpiece of their marketing campaigns. From massive billboards in urban hotspots to commercials showcasing her highlights, Nike's backing has given Bueckers an almost mythical presence in the sportswear world.
Nike knew exactly what they were doing with this collaboration. Not only is Paige Bueckers like the best college basketball players, but she got a fan base. So calling all Paige Bueckers girlies, Nike has officially launched the Paige Bueckers sneaker. This drop makes Paige Bueckers the first NIL athlete to design and launch a Nike Player Edition shoe.
Her signature hoodies and shoes, adorned with sleek designs and personal touches, are selling out in minutes. Fans are not just buying apparel, they're buying into the Paige Bueckers phenomenon. This level of marketing isn't just about sports. It's about the creation of a cultural icon.
But there are actually so many personal details in the shoe, and I just love it because it really tells a story. Especially the 860 and 612 area codes. 2 places that are obviously especially special to Paige, Minneapolis, and Hartford, Connecticut.
Nike has a history of recognizing athletes who transcend their game, and Bueckers fits their mold of being more than a player. She's a brand in herself. Her charisma, paired with her humility, makes her a relatable yet aspirational figure for young athletes and fans alike.
Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Becoming a Nike athlete, and how do you get sponsored? Becoming one of Nike's athletes is the ultimate dream for a lot of semi-players. But sponsorships and endorsements can be pretty confusing, especially if you're new to the game. So to help you out, Creative has developed the perfect guide to getting sponsored.
Bro, what is this clip? This clip has nothing to do with Paige, WNBA, Caitlin Clark. Social media buzz around her campaigns has only amplified her appeal, turning her into a household name. However, the intensity of this spotlight has raised questions. Caitlin Clark, widely recognized for her exceptional shooting range, court vision, and electrifying performances, is notably absent from the same level of promotion. Meanwhile, many argue that Clark's record-breaking stats and her dominance at Iowa deserve equal attention. The disparity highlights a larger debate in sports marketing. Is it solely about performance, or do personality, media presence, and marketability take precedence? Nike's focus on Bueckers underscores their belief in her potential to connect with global audiences, but it also risks alienating fans of other rising stars like Clark.
At the start of this year's WNBA season, it was announced that Caitlin Clark signed a massive endorsement deal with Nike. This deal was for 8 years, $28 million with a signature sneaker included. Now, at the time, a lot of us were so excited about this. Nike is obviously the biggest brand in athletic apparel, and Caitlin seemed to be a perfect fit for the brand. $28 million at the time, while some people, including myself, were saying that this might be a little bit too low because of the superstar that she is, it seemed to be like a fantastic deal. Now, since she has signed this contract, you guys, and her WNBA season has come and gone. And with that, Nike has not done one thing to promote her.
While Auriemma and Nike may see Bueckers as the pinnacle of basketball excellence, Clark's continued dominance and rising fan base suggest the conversation is far from over. As these two players continue to shape the future of the game, the competition won't just play out on the court, but in the battle for cultural significance and brand power. Paige Bueckers, widely regarded as one of the most electrifying prospects in women's basketball, burst onto the scene at UConn with a blend of skill, charisma, and marketability. Even while dealing with injuries that sidelined her for a significant part of her college career, Nike has placed her at the forefront of their campaigns. From prominent social media ads to full-scale promotions, Bueckers has become a fixture in Nike's branding, even as she works to reclaim her on-court dominance.
The UConn men's basketball team's gearing up for a big one tonight against another national power in Baylor. No women's game tonight for Geno's Huskies, but fans now have a chance to grab a pair of signature sneakers from their star, Paige Bueckers.
This aggressive marketing reflects Nike's bet on Bueckers as a transcendent figure in basketball, comparable to how they have historically built icons like Serena Williams or LeBron James. Bueckers' appeal lies in her polished media presence, early achievements, and the potential she represents. Yet this has left some questioning if the investment is premature given her limited playtime compared to her contemporaries. In contrast, Caitlin Clark's meteoric rise in women's basketball has largely been driven by her performance. Her ability to consistently sink three-pointers from jaw-dropping distances, coupled with her undeniable leadership and passion, has redefined what it means to dominate the sport.
Paige Bueckers is getting a sneaker before Caitlin Clark. Nike is dropping a sneaker for Paige Bueckers before Caitlin Clark.
Clark's style of play and on-court swagger resonate with fans, yet her branding presence hasn't matched her explosive talent. Many argue this is a missed opportunity, as her appeal spans both casual and hardcore basketball fans. ESPN's Elle Duncan weighed in on this dynamic, suggesting that if it weren't for her injuries, Bueckers might have rivaled or even surpassed Clark's impact on the WNBA. On the other hand, Clark has transformed potential into reality. Her dominance is quantifiable and undeniable, making Nike's apparent decision to prioritize Bueckers over Clark a perplexing one. It raises questions about whether Nike's branding is influenced more by narrative and image than actual achievement. Nike's focus on Paige Bueckers reflects a gamble on her future stardom, rather than a recognition of Caitlin Clark's current and ongoing dominance.
So will Caitlin Clark be a good pro? Absolutely. Will Caitlin Clark come into the WNBA and do what she's doing right now? Immediately? Absolutely not. Not gonna happen.
Okay. Not on the.
While both players are immensely talented, Clark's achievements make her a prime candidate for marketing that matches her record-breaking stature. A recent debate highlights how Paige Bueckers, despite her undeniable skill and Nike's promotional backing, hasn't consistently sold out away arenas. Paige Bueckers, heralded as one of the most gifted players of her generation, has enjoyed a meteoric rise. However, critics point out that some of her games have been played in front of notably sparse crowds, with attendance figures as low as 500 in certain instances. While these numbers may reflect specific circumstances, they underscore the challenge of consistently drawing large audiences, even for a player of her caliber.
Best player you've gone against? In college, it's been probably Caitlin, Aaliyah Boston.
Her fans may argue that the dip in attendance is influenced by factors like the venue's location, timing, or the opposing team's draw. However, this starkly contrasts Caitlin Clark's fan base, which appears to transcend such limitations. Clark's presence, whether on home turf or in away games, is a guaranteed spectacle. Her ability to pull thousands of fans into arenas stems not just from her unparalleled shooting range and electrifying play, but also from the way she connects with audiences. Her persona combines confidence with relatability, making her a crowd favorite even in rival territories.
In the women's basketball world, it's now everybody who's next with Caitlin Clark. And trust me, it would be great for women's hoops and for the media industry if Paige Bueckers and Juju Watkins can be in the class of Caitlin Clark.
Nevertheless, fans frequently recount how Clark's performances elevate games into must-see events, creating an atmosphere that rivals professional matches in energy and attendance. Her consistent ability to pack arenas showcases her status not only as an athlete, but as a cultural phenomenon. One explanation for this disparity could be Clark's style of play. Her fearless deep-range shooting and knack for delivering in high-pressure moments captivate basketball purists and casual fans alike. Every game feels like an event, with fans eager to witness her next jaw-dropping three-pointer or clutch performance. In contrast, while Bueckers is undoubtedly a game-changer, her quieter dominance might not always create the same level of anticipation or spectacle.
That looks like Steph Curry. Like, she's not guardable right now, and she can hit almost any shot from the outside.
Almost any.
So, yeah, she's a dominate.
Another layer to this discussion is the promotional strategies surrounding each athlete. Nike has heavily invested in Paige Bueckers, positioning her as a global ambassador for the sport. Yet, some argue that this marketing push hasn't translated into the organic fan fervor that Caitlin Clark enjoys. This raises questions about the nature of fandom. Is it built by brand promotion, or does it stem from raw talent, personality, and connection? Clark's supporters firmly believe it's the latter, crediting her for creating moments that resonate deeply with audiences.
And I'll start out with the stupidest one that she had, the most unbelievable, delusional take I've ever heard in my life. She said, and because she said, I firmly believe, you must know, this must be right. She said, Paige has been hampered with devastating injuries. I firmly believe that the biggest star on the planet would be Paige Bueckers if she had stayed healthy throughout her college run instead of sort of stopping and starting.
Furthermore, the comparison isn't about diminishing either athlete's achievements. Instead, it highlights how fan engagement and attendance are influenced by more than just skill. Caitlin Clark's consistent ability to draw large crowds, even in away games, is a unique aspect of her star power, one that sets her apart in the ever-competitive world of basketball. Paige Bueckers, for all her accolades, may need more than corporate backing to achieve the same universal fan magnetism.
Much of a power she is out there on the court. The cool part is the way that she plays and her range and the level of difficulty on her shots is obviously a very close comparison to the way that I play.
The basketball world is abuzz as the rise of Paige Bueckers and Caitlin Clark sparks heated comparisons, fueled by Nike's intense promotion of Bueckers. With her Nike merchandise selling out instantly and a palpable Paige effect sweeping through the basketball community, many believe Bueckers is poised to become the next big star in the WNBA. But this narrative does more than highlight Bueckers' star power. It amplifies the intriguing dynamic between her and Clark, a rivalry that promises to elevate women's basketball to unprecedented heights.
Seems almost hyperbolic. She said that Caitlin Clark, not just a person who changed
As Nike pours resources into promoting Bueckers, some fans can't help but wonder if Caitlin Clark, another generational talent, is being overlooked. Clark, renowned for her deep three-point range and unparalleled scoring ability, has carved out her own legacy as one of the most exciting players in NCAA history. Her ability to shoot from nearly anywhere on the court and lead her team through gritty, high-pressure games has earned her the moniker of the Steph Curry of women's basketball. Yet, Clark's commercial visibility doesn't seem to match her on-court dominance, leading to discussions about the balance of promotion between these two superstars.
I've seen Paige Bueckers across social media for the last 5 years, it feels like. She's an elite female college basketball player. Had some knee injuries that she's rebounded from, but she's healthy right now. So she kind of sits behind Caitlin Clark. And I think that makes her a fade for me because I think the Caitlin Clark shadow is real. I think Caitlin Clark is so dominant and changing the game. I think right now, if Caitlin Clark walked in the WNBA, she'd be a top 5 player in the league, if not more or higher. So I think you got to kind of fade all these other people because they're going to be in the shadow of Caitlin Clark, who I think has the potential to literally change how we see the WNBA with her Steph Curry-like play style there. Thoughts on Bueckers, Paul?
I totally agree with you. I don't think there's room for both of them at all. I think there's room for one of them. Caitlin Clark's the one.
However, Geno Auriemma, a basketball legend with a legacy of coaching dominance at UConn, has never been shy about sharing his opinions on players, even beyond his own team. This year, as Caitlin Clark continues to shatter records and dominate headlines with her unprecedented range and scoring ability, Auriemma's skepticism about her ability to maintain her level of performance has become a surprising subplot in the world of women's basketball. Coming into this season, Auriemma reportedly believed that Clark might struggle to replicate her success from the previous year. His perspective wasn't entirely baseless. Many players face challenges as they become the focal point of opponents' defensive strategies. Despite Clark's dominance, Auriemma has continued to emphasize his belief that Paige Bueckers, another generational talent he recruited to UConn, remains the best player in the country. Bueckers, often referred to as a basketball savant, combines her court vision, scoring ability, and leadership to anchor the Huskies. For Auriemma, the metrics of best extend beyond scoring. They encompass overall impact, decision-making, and contributions to team success.
And in this postseason, I think she's been the best player in the postseason in the country. I don't know anybody that's had a better postseason.
Nevertheless, Nike's decision to channel its promotional energy into Paige Bueckers, known affectionately as Bueckers among fans, has ignited debates across the basketball community. As the sports giant unveils campaigns featuring Bueckers, her products are reportedly flying off shelves, a testament to her star power and influence. Yet, Caitlin Clark fans are raising a compelling question. Can Paige Bueckers truly replicate the transformative impact Caitlin has had on women's basketball? The competition between Paige and Caitlin isn't just about talent, but also about who connects more profoundly with the evolving basketball audience. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.